Hi everybody. I realized that the videos of class today and Google Classroom didn't come out particularly well. So I wanted to do a quick demo so you can actually see and hear me lighting the burners. These are the two types of burners that we have. This is the actual Bunsen burner, and this one is called a Tyrrell burner. Bunsen burners have a very basic mechanism. They have a barrel that can come apart. They have a hose. It might be an orange hose, depending on which one you have. It might have a black hose. There's a little opening in the base where the gas comes out. You'll never have to take the barrel off of your burner, but I just want to show you that. The base of the burners have openings for oxygen to get in. That was the beauty of the Bunsen burner. It mixes the oxygen with the fuel right away, so you get a hotter flame, more complete combustion. This is the mouth of the burner, the barrel. There's a collar, there's a little ring that can rotate and close off the vents. There's a nozzle with a hose, and then this end of the hose you plug into the gas nozzle. Tyrrell burner is very, very similar, but it has one other part. It doesn't have a collar, but the barrel twists up and down. Never grab the top of the barrel when you're heating with it because it's hot. And that's how you get oxygen in. This little knob at the bottom is for controlling gas flow. You can also control the gas flow, of course, from the jets that are mounted at the risers, but there's an opening there. There's a little pin that pokes in here to close that off. It's also greased. It has a little washer on it to seal it completely. And so righty-tighty when you're looking at the base of it, right tight, left loose. You want to tighten it and then back it off a twist and 1.5 maybe twists depending on your burner. Okay, and then again, this one has black. You want to always inspect the ends of your hose. You want to make sure it's not cracked before you put it onto the gas jet. So I'm going to put it on the gas jet, and you want to make sure it goes on 3 or 4 or 5 ribs on the nozzle. I'll show you one later. I'm going to try and find my hair tie. And when we do stuff in the lab, of course, we always want to have our hair restrained, and that is super important. And no dangling jewelry, no loose clothing. Fire is dangerous. You can use matches, you can use strikers. If you're using a match, you want to use the match, light the match first before you turn on the gas. So on the Bunsen burners, make sure the collar is closed, light your match, hold it to the side, not right over the top, and turn the valve on, and your flame should start up. This yellow at the top of the flame is not what you want. That's incomplete combustion. That means that there's particles, carbon particles in that yellow part of the flame, and also carbon monoxide being generated, not tons, but some. So the way we adjust the flame is to open up and get some more oxygen in there. And maybe you can hear it, I don't know if you can, but it's roaring right now, okay? And that is a good flame. There's an outer cone here and here. There's an inner turquoise cone that you can see, I hope. And the hottest part of the flame is at the top of that turquoise cone. In the absolute dead center, there's actually no fire in the absolute middle. This is plenty hot enough to hurt you and to ignite things. But the hottest part of the flame is at the top of this turquoise cone, and that's where you want to orient your ring stand if you have something to heat up. Turn off the valve by either turning it fully to the left or fully to the right, either one. When it's in line with the nozzle, that's when it is fully on. Rarely will you need to have your gas jet fully on in our class. I'm going to just show you the Tyrrell burner and use the striker. Not a big difference. You don't have to use one or the other based on the burners. I'm just showing you the two different ways to light them. Same thing, shove that hose on there as far as you can get it so it gets a good seal. Strikers, again, when you push up, the little flint rubs against a piece of, it's kind of like a metal file in here, okay? And so for this one, again, you want to close it down, have limited oxygen, and then close down the valve on the bottom so you can adjust the gas at the bottom or at the handle. Listen for the gas. Okay, I can hear some coming out, so I can now, with the striker, you turn the gas on first and then strike over the top. Same thing, this is a bad flame. Bad flame. You want more oxygen. So it's the air-fuel ratio, how much oxygen to how many propane molecules that gets you a hot flame. You can increase the flame by increasing the oxygen, and you can also change the amount of gas. But notice if I open this up and add more gas, I'm going to also need to add more air to it. I don't know if you can hear that. I hope you can hear that. Okay, so again, hottest part of the flame is at the tip of that turquoise inner cone. Same thing, turn it all the way off when you're done. Matches can just go straight on the counter. Our counters are ceramic, they are not going to burn. Make sure that your workspace, of course, is clear. Don't put it on a paper. Once they've been sitting on the counter for a minute or two, they're plenty cool enough to drop into the trash. Never put them in the garbage without letting them cool, and don't put them in the sinks or obviously throw them on the floor. And when you're all done, you take the hose off. And then these little rubber stoppers, you'll understand why when you get to the classroom and see the risers. Those risers are right at forehead level when you're trying to write on your lab papers. So put those stoppers back on the nozzle so you don't impale your scalp. I hope that's a little bit better explanation for those of you that weren't able to be in class today.